Voilà tout ça awa et pas ya madame Chibo azali mwasi mosusu ya Kevin Kasea. Donc je même de là mon Dieu parce que ba story otoki awa elekelinga tanga benginga tozaki na lesego toye maman awa et yeli mzade fisa Kevin Kasea desa 60,000 reines aza mwasi ya Kevin Kasea nde bomona ba vidéo bazali na piscine bazali na kati ya mon Dieu. Donc toye ma femme qui a choqué biso à l'oli en tout cas l'autre m'a rebellé à propos à l'essego et pas à Chibo il va from Zimbabwe. Chibo as a from out à Zimbabwean he as a Sud-Africain.
Let her tell her story.
Bon, yeah, tell us why did you call her?
Yeah, somebody will also.
Okay, so I saw your YouTube interview.
Yes.
And I think I listened to a phone call. I don't know whether it was you or the other lady who was translating the conversation that you guys were having. And she mentioned that I can understand a little bit of French. She mentioned that there was someone who, there's a lady who called in after the recording was done. And she was doing like a question answer session. And there's a lady, I think it was Adrienne Premier.
Yes.
And she mentioned that she found it very strange that during the live of one of the wedding ceremonies, there was a lady who was sending messages about money, and people were responding saying, no, she's just jealous because Kevin left her.
Let me explain. Alobi, ye, azwaki numéro nanga na YouTube, na émission na Salaki, et puis amonaki vidéo nanga muta postaki yango Adrienne première dame. Et puis azui abenginga. Mais quand Adrienne a postaki vidéo on a tout ça dans les ego, Chibo Adrienne alobi na kamoki jour ya mariage ya ACSA Olangi ezaki na mwana mwasi moko wazaki kuku mafuta mbo na so futinga mbo na te na msambu so futinga mbo na te na ku exposer yo ne place azaki intéressé parce que tanga yo ki abia ba obeta kisolo na ne abenga ne bomuninga to yes you can.
I also posted on ACSA's page herself.
Come close.
I posted on ACSA's page. I posted on the sisters page. I think the sister's name is Ketia. So that's what I was posting.
Yeah, show him on there.
This is what I was posting. It's translated into English, but I posted in French so that no one could misconstrue it. And he left my house on the 20th of November, right? 20 November. He spent the day here.
Yes.
And he was telling me how sick his father was. He's scared. He was even asking me how we coped when my father died.
Bazaki le 20 novembre avant que parce que Kevin a le mois qui a le 21, il left to you on 21 November.
Yes.
Alors le mois qui a pas Thibault le 20 novembre, elle dit que papa n'a il father passed away.
No. He said his father was in trauma, critical care, in hospital in Kinshasa.
Alors oui, papa n'a azali na état critique na coma na Kinshasa. Yango okinde kin. Donc bakabana na Thibault le 20 novembre, bayo okabana na laissé le 21 novembre d'avoir na 3 jours parce que les vidéos na beaucoup na tourné laissé et beaucoup à nous qui est politique et reporter du moment qui est na aéroport ils quitté parce que avoir qui le 21 novembre na 3 heures du matin. Yes, you can.
Okay, so when he left here, he then said to me, no, you can't take me to the airport because he showed me his booking. He's actually sent it to me, the flight booking. And I even asked, why is it one way? Because it was a one-way ticket.
Yes.
Right? And then he says, no, because I don't know how long I'm going to be home for. I don't know how soon people will come out of hospital. It made sense. The answer made sense, right? So then he says, no, I can't ask you to come and take me to the airport because I have to be at the airport before dawn. Because I think the flight was at 7.
Let me check on you.
It's fine.
Okay.
The flight was leaving at 7, right? But now I know. And then also that morning when he left to go to Kinshasa, I woke up as well at 3 a.m. to phone him, because obviously he has to be at the airport at 7. He will wake up 3:30 to get ready to leave the house. He did not answer. Right? The other thing I was chasing him for was my payment, because he promised to pay my money before he leaves.
When did you give him, borrow him the money?
Okay, so from December last year, 2019, right, up until end of October, I've given him 265,000 rands.
From?
December 2019.
Yes.
In fact, the first payment I made him was in October 2019.
October, right? You borrow him how much?
The first amount was 15,000.
50,000 rands.
And then in December, by the end of December, it was up to 83,000 rands.
83,000 rands.
Okay?
Yes.
And then throughout this year, up until October, it's now up to 265,000 rands. I've got all the proofs of payments.
Yeah.
And
Can
I
we see
showed
the
you.
proof?
No, I can show you.
System so bi ba nyonso bambongo nyonso apesaki Kevin Kaseya na mois d'octobre l'année passée c'était 50,000 rands. Si tu comme décembre à quoi c'est 80,000 rands. Moi au année où depuis bandi ti to kendenge violation Kevin Kaseya ko bala ACSA OLANGI. Bon, c'est ça, 260,000 rands. Il faut avant que c'est bon, on a. Mais si qu'on problème, c'est qu'il y a une conversation, sur bazaki ko solo na Kevin Kaseya, azaki ko poster en haut na mur ya ACSA. Alors, le quoi zako tona ba commentaire ba bo benga za jealous ayo ki alibala ACSA zuwa. Ayo ki les zuwa te pour yende azaba za 50 ans. Kevin a joué à pesa ki ba to a to il a 40 ans. Mais tu peux te soigner on est âgé à solo to âgé à l'hôpital. Donc c'est ça. Agent qui écoute un message à Tindeli à forward ACSA OLANGI na WhatsApp. ACSA OLANGI a yoka ma répondante à répondante. A Tinda sala groupe yena ACSA OLANGI na Kevin. Na Instagram ACSA OLANGI atanga un message ma répondante. Pour la bino ba ko ba ke ACSA za victime te. Il savait très bien que Kevin était marié donc à tiers moutou. Parce que pendant bo katamze bo ACSA sali. Cela montre, prouve à suffisance que Azaki prête que Oya et Pascal Leblanc va nous pour équilibrer les passés, c'est les passés, le pété comme ça qu'il a pété. Donc Azaki Simti. Yes, sister, you can.
Yeah, so then I was saying, beginning of November, I noticed his pattern changed. And it always used to happen when I asked him for my money, because he'd tell me a story, by end of August, the 25th, I'll pay you. Then around the time I start asking, he gets angry, he stops coming, he stops answering my phone calls. And then when I stop asking about the money, things go back to normal.
Donc, à chaque fois, Kevin Kaseya, sur la scène, on est à Komikanda. Au cas où mangala a bloqué, au sala au nyos, au sala yamate. Mais ce qui a dit qu'il y a une bonne harmonie normale dans la relation avec nous. Bon, on a bon attaque jacuzzi, bon, on a bon en tout cas, yé Chibo Azimaboué, mais à Kena Nakuya, les Sego, vendredi, à la samedi, dimanche à Zonga, imaginez. Avec ça, les Sego. Nabilwa Matoi, oh, les Sego, à la Tibo, yé Chibo, Moutou, à Somba, donc, un bon, on a Kevin Kaseya a joué à moi, avec sa moi, on a dit pour la chise, à 21 ans, on a laissé quoi, et nous avons acquis l'amour, à PC laissé. Ah, ouais, tout le monde a carte postale. Where is the card? Wait.
My birthday card.
Yes.
Don't show people my age, please.
No. Bon, mon awa, Kevin Kaseya, pour vous avoir la précision, Kevin Osni Joseph Kaseya. Donc, au fraki moi si na Chibo, carte postale Oyo a commélié, you fill my heart with happiness and give a reason to smile. Donc, autant d'ici mon thème en anglais n'est sengo pour plus une raison au sécanavi pour nous bando c'est que sous la vie. Mais you have everything you wish for your birthday. Na souhaité tout le bonheur aux souhaité pour Zwana jour anniversaire na yo. You deserve a wonderful full years with you add fullest with happiness. I love you handless. Wana ezali ya Kevin Kassé mtu aofra Thibaut. Alors que Kevin Kassé na vie na ende bazana mwasi ne leseko. Nanu atikala koyebisa ete ke happy birthday fête ya leseko ya naissance a offrir ne serait-ce qu'une carte postale. Kevin a ça pour pas leseko te. Mais Kevin a kenda plus long koyebisa Thibaut ya leseko. Non, que leseko aza moins sérieuse que ce qui Kevin Kassé a vie na seka biso tout c'est parce que leseko ayebisa Kevin ke mwana oyo tokotazala mwana na yo te na bote na mobali mosusu yango Kevin Kassé akoma triste. Imagine makambo na yebisa bino toyokango ngai na leseko awa epa Thibaut aboya koleka na video parce que aza mwana mobali soki mwana moni na makambo oyo aza très férié mais na bondeli na ye c'est parce que tona besoin prouve nazwa bango video na leseko nde bomoni aza ya kokufa parce que nde tozosala émission boye mwana nde aza likolo azolela parce que leseko azalaki so na choix te lobi ayebisaki mwana mona ye bavideo na YouTube amonaki na Facebook amoni bafoto nde azwi ni mama what is wrong nde mama expliquaki sikoka nde tozosala émission boye mwana ya likolo na ndako ya Thibaut ato na ndako ya Thibaut mwana olela donc allez-y comprendre c'est vraiment une situation accablante. La situation vraiment délicate. Moi, je suis en ma vie, c'est que Kevin Kassé a changé. Bien, mi bali na biso ba Congolais, au monde ça qui se passe. Combien mi bali ba Congolais ba sundoli basi na mboka oyo ya ba Congolais na bana. Ba landi pe ka basi ba Congolais, tout le monde ba Sud-Africain. Mais si ko oyo zo sala, ne to be ngo chimbondation, to be ngo no moni. Nde balobaka 1000 jours de vol, 1 jour d'attrape. Oyibo sala osala, mais un jour nzamba ko exposer. On est ici. Nzamba zo exposer. On lelisi laisser au moins sur bala. Au pandais sont partout au divorce. Parce que tant que tu vas contacter un des moments ba script. Parce que script c'est parce que qui est ici qui a divorce. Si on a tu vois bien il est de rien laisser donc ils ont vraiment bilo batke ACSA Rachel Olangi aza victime te boy bakaebe makambo parce que makambo nyoso mba soli le 24 novembre déjà batindaki va voir so ayoka quand vous avez l'autre Thibaut asala groupe ya Instagram ye na ACSA na Kevin ayoka ba voice azo moment à blukai ACSA ayoka ba voice répondre pour juste pour vous dire que elle n'est pas une victime. Elle savait très bien ce qu'il était en train de faire. Yes, you can continue. Okay. If you can actually the proof for the money transfer.
Okay, so I showed him one of the proofs of payments. Do you want me to open them?
Yes.
So, yeah, I've got all of them here. Okay. Proof of payment. Can you see his name is there?
Yeah, you can have the
Can you see
so
that?
they can see properly.
Yeah. Payment made to. There's his bank account number here. 15,000.
For the first
This
time.
this was in December. Some of the money I gave cash, I'd have to go and withdraw from the bank, and then he'd come and collect here or meet me at the bank. So by December 2019, by end of December, I had given him 80,000.
Okay.
So I can tell you this and show you everything. I had started preparing something that I wanted to send to. I don't know when I deleted it. For my lawyer to put together. Oh, here. You see, I was going to send, it's not very clear. It's a photo. You see, it's a photo of us, some messages. You see, even here, you see what he says about his sister. It's not very clear. I'll send this to you.
Okay.
Can you see what he says about his sister? He says,
chat somebody yesterday to help Blandine because she is an irresponsible husband. Donc, she said Blandine she is an irresponsible husband. Lekine Blandine, she's a bit head of young sister. Grande sœur de Blandine. Oh, elle a bien la démission par rapport à la laisser goûter. Maman a Alambal. They are staying here, eh?
Yes, they stay in Ronipot. That's why I go
yes.
to
Avec mon bal à Blandine, elle est irresponsable. Elle est couverte de la moitié de la chanson et le reliaté. Il y a un moyen à faire une bonne azaki dans ma pesa qui bango. C'est quoi, on a réinvestir dans le business naïe. Et moi, je sais qu'elle n'est pas à Chibo à la Zimbabweenne. Bref, ils ont 160 000 rents.
Hey, can I say something? Okay, this message is from my husband, Kevin. Send it to another woman. And here he says, "Good morning, babe. Hope you slept well because I did. I was exhausted last night. I have lots of meetings today, mostly for my investment plans. I really want to reinvest again as soon as possible before I start spending the money. Even if I touched some yesterday to help Blandine Kaseya. Blandine, yes, Blandine. My sister-in-law, Blandine. The one who was at my wedding, Blandine. The one who was in my local.
But she said she is not recognizing.
Blandine. Because she has an irresponsible husband. I know Blandine's husband.
She's irresponsible.
I can't comment on that one. I'm sorry, babe. I will not be able to see you. I know I owe you lots of money, and I'm sure that by the 25th, I'll be able to pay.
25th January.
That's August.
That's in August.
August.
The message was sent
2020.
Yes.
Dans un lobby, baby, patienté, n'a dit qu'elle a des films bons et bélés, mais le 1er août, dans une seule bon, on a
And by August, I think the money was up to 230,000. It hadn't reached.
déjà dans le mois août, bon, on les a dit 230 000 rentes.
But why should you keep
Il est pas payé.
Because the story was so plausible, right? You work in a bank,
Yes.
right? You cleaned out all his money.
Me.
Because you work in a bank. And you know how to work.
Oyo kinenge alo baké, mbongo na yenyo so lise wa yibe mbongo parce que lise go asala
You
na
took
banque.
all his money when you left the marriage, right? And the reason why I opened up was because he was divorced.
Lise go
Now he's divorced, but he's telling them he was not
No,
married.
he told me that he was divorced. And I can show you the messages and the voice notes.
Donc, Kevin Kassé a Elisa Chibo qui a balaka lise go me ba divorce. Lise go asala na banque, lise go ayiba mbongo nyoso na
That's
compte.
150. Remember,
Yango ye atika mabamba yango so ya ba Chibo a déficit mbongo. Chibo pa yoka ki mawa, mobali nanga aza mbongo te mwasa kime na mbongo parce que sundola ena mwana ndi Chibo za ki mbongo a déficit.
Yeah, put his picture there. Put it so they see him. Put it so that he can't say it wasn't him.
You and him.
Yes.
Bango ye ndi bomo na o Chibo. Ah bomo neza Chibo. Na Kevin Kassé a tous relance pour la présence. Il y a laissé pour moi si il y a Kevin Yanda. Imaginez comme il y a dans la place na ebi do ba bozo loba au finga. Pourquoi ils sont à Congolais aux ala la il quand vraiment on a plié que mon bali c'est un aventurier à mettre frappé. Avant il n'est qu'à voir qu'est-ce qui prouve qu'elle est Rachel
Let me go to this message. It was on the 21st.
So qui maman moi na yo ça va ko c'est ma
That's his
banda.
biological daughter.
What?
Yeah. I was going to send all that.
What?
Let me see.
Another sleepless night. I'm really fed up. Why people has to be so cruel? She stole a lot of money from me.
That's the money.
Fraudulently, my signature to get possessions of my account. That is not my biological child according to DNA results. You know what? For that, Kevin, you will never see this ever again. And you and the rest of your family don't even come and claim my child. You will never see her.
Bon,
You
il
will
est
never see
laissé
her.
à lobby.
Never.
Jamais.
As long as I live, you will never see her.
Tant qu'on
I'm
a
going to tell her. I will save this message and I will show her that you denied her. I want to see this. Come to me. Send me the results that you said about it. How can you deny your own blood? The child who was born 320 grams, she was a premature. She spent 3 months in hospital. 3 months.
I know.
So
Donc, bon, on a Kevin, à droit, on a mal, on a laissé dans mon été. Ah, ma qui l'a été. Et à moi, il est temps, on a un message, tant qu'on a envie, Kevin cassé, on dit que l'on a la cité. Et dans la membre de la famille, mon côté, bon, on est sous d'assis. À moins qu'il y ait un champ de tout, mais tant qu'on a envie, bon, on a été.
You know, guys, the reason why I messaged you today, after listening to your interview, I'm a woman, right?
My goodness.
If I was the woman, I always used to question myself, and I said it to you guys. In this world, I think it's 0.00001% of women that don't want their children. It's very rare for a woman to walk away from her marriage and leave her children.
Yes,
right?
That is true.
And we all used to say, my sisters, everyone who's met this man, used to say, wow, you're such an honorable man for you to be looking after, because he said he had his 2 children. Lashwana, who now I know does not exist, because the gift I bought for Lashwana is now on your ears.
Yes.
And the little one upstairs. Right? And for me, that's why I said it's too early for me to meet the children. That's why I never used to go to the house when the children were
And listen to what he says. Listen to what he says. He's even talking about bad about his family. He's saying that, okay, now after he's saying that he's not my biological child according to the DNA results, they freeze all the accounts because we are in court and under investigation that can take up to a month. My family doesn't want to help me because I didn't listen to them when they stopped to go ahead with him. It is the first in my life to reach the bottom rock. And stuck like that. You are going to get stuck forever. You are going to jail. Right now, you are going to jail.
Now, dasi mwana oyo kele kase ya bakota na lesego azali mwana ya Kevin kase ya te famille na ye basundola baboya kosalisa ye mpo ye aboya mwa oyokela monto bazalaka kopekisa na mwasi oyo yango ye mpe alobi ye mpe autika esusu te il faut baporter Kevin plainte azomisele mpe mbongo na ye parce que c'est une propre femme. Kevin comment okoki koruine mwasi na yo boye ok kolobaki jusqu'au point de nier sa fille. On le va gagner bon sur la banque et on le dit qu'à la malheureux au lieu de bon t'as la pleine d'autres qui va commander leur problème. T'as la nom de tête sur leur problème. Pourquoi le mouvement que s'est comporté pour? On va docteur t'es aux maîtres frères. ACSA OLANGI, yo qu'est-ce que Kevin va faire dans bien? Les civils vont pour la jalousie. Les civils vont jalousie ACSA OLANGI. Et à Vinaï.
You should know that.
Mais bon, on a dit c'est là parce que bah on va l'équipe bosso na va l'équipe parce que là on va bimi ba on ba to éviter le mission sur na non mais éviter le bina non contacter.
Then also
on the
let me show you on the 25th when this wedding
c'est quoi là il y a tout le temps Kevin cassé à temps à combat Chibo mais antika là on a Chibo des premières fois qu'on a Chibo Chibo benga c'est de ah même kabo il faut linga bon comment benga pe daddy eh bakongole bolamka ko bolamka.
What kind of a person are you? You take money from women.
There's something I wanted to tell you. I was a little shy to tell you face to face. I know I owe you money, but I have to raise 150K by Saturday. I'm even laughing because I don't know what I'm gonna do. So if you know someone who can help me on this neighbor of mine with his car, if you know someone who can help me, or you know someone who can assist me by Saturday morning, and I'll pay the person back. We can even send the papers. I'll pay the person back by the second half of December or the beginning of Jan. Please, I really need it. Tomorrow it's gonna be great, but by Saturday morning, do you know anyone that can help me with that, please? Thank you.
Hey babes, got your message. I'll ask around. Money is money, babes. I know you're not running away. and I know you're good for it. I won't lie, Dubai was hard for me. It was very hard. And yeah, it's behind us now. And I know when you're ready, you'll give it back. But I've heard your new request, and I'll ask around and see what I can do.
You lie around. You tell me this. You tell me this. On top of that, now you deny your own blood, your own daughter.
Kevin a dit que dans ces moments il était parce que c'est ça test ADN abima qui examen qui l'a été bon il y a quand ma papa et bon bien on quand ça fait à cibler mon intérêt tout n'est pas ACSA OLANGI.
Yeah, I said to him, if you don't pay me now, this is the afternoon of the traditional wedding. I said to him, if you don't pay me now, I'm going to... Okay, can I listen to the message? Listen, hold on. Look at the date, 24th of November.
Yes.
Right? They were getting ready for the traditional.
Yeah.
Right. So this is what he says.
Wait,
let me set the stage. He says to me, he'll do my payment. I'll send it later today, right? I said, I've helped feed your family. If you don't, you know what will happen, right? I don't care, you don't care about me, so why must I be patient and understanding any more than I already have been?
Yes.
Plus, I bought that ring she's wearing.
Oh my goodness.
Right? So then, this is what he says.
All the men so why don't you do it now then? You do it, I'll tell my family, everything's called off, then I'll come back. Me and you, then we'll see the consequences of every action that we are doing. Why don't you do it now then? Why are you threatening me? Why?
Okay, so let me explain.
Intimidate you.
No. So I had said to him, if you don't pay me, I'm going to write to Ellen, David Olangi, all our ACSA family. I'm going to tell them you owe me money and you left South Africa. You should. I did already. And you left nothing. They just ignored it. You left South Africa telling us that your father is dying. You even told me, I sent that voice note to ACSA as well. He told me his father stopped breathing for 8 minutes. I've got the voice note.
Send us that voice note.
Mama na guy.
Parce que papa n'a eu à 5 heures de pendant 8 minutes. Il y a mon frère qui dit ça, oh là, ok, Koubala. Hier, à Zoba Mikanda, lettre, oh, nyonso, transfert, oh, nyonso, ça, atteindre la famille, atteindre la Sophie Olangi, oh, Azali, entier, Azatante, il y a ACSA OLANGI. Mais en réalité, c'est Azat Solution. C'est un homme méchant en fait. Il n'est pas sérieux à blesser les ségos. Et puis il y a l'oublié par exemple moi si amitié n'a blessé les ségos. Tant il y a dans à Beninga parce que il y a des Kevin Bakawana les ségos. Tant à mon idée vidéo n'a pas été choqué. Bien assez que ma campagne sur Kevin va être comme ça dans le cosa. Imaginez que ce y a que homme et pas maman n'a eu à côté rien dans vendredi samedi machallah les kuna. Soit il essaie de dire qu'on allait pas dans ici. Imaginez.
This is, oh, did you show her? This I sent to ACSA on Instagram. No, this one she didn't read. Oh, but I also sent on her WhatsApp. That blue tick I showed you guys. I said I've received 5,000. This is now on the day of the traditional wedding. Received 5,000.
So he used your money to go do that wedding with?
I'm sure. Because this is on ACSA's Instagram. I inboxed her. She ignored it, but the WhatsApp she read. The WhatsApp she read, she didn't answer.
atindaki bamessage oyo epa ACSA na Instagram atindaki yango mpe na WhatsApp. Ya Instagram atangaki te, mais ya WhatsApp atanga parce que esalaki bableu, mais arépondant te. Donc he never pay even 100.
He sent me 5,000 on the 25th of November. That was after I said to him, if you don't
He also
pay me...
sent me money when he got there. He sent me 10,000 rand when he went to...
Congo.
Yeah, he sent me 10,000 rand. And then later on, he sent me 6,000 rand. And as soon as he found out that I...
Dans le week, Kevin akenda Congo, atindela laissé go 10,000, donc 10 000 rand. Après, otindela 6 000 rand.
And as soon as he found out that I saw that he got married to somebody, then he withdrew the 6,000 from the account.
Donc, tant que tu vois, otindela 6 000 rand. ezalaki aire laissé go ayaki koapprendre ke abali mbala moko ayaki aretire 6 000 rand oyo akelaki na attente. Mais bino bakolo bake baboyana badivorce baokike depuis Kevin akeka Congo le 21 novembre atindelaki 10 000 rand après otinda 6 000 rand 6 000 rand oyo alongolaki. Il paye you how much? 5,000. Na mbongo na ye nyonso oyo aza na bafutelaki afuti 5,000. 25 November. Donc le 25 novembre, when he sent you that?
My battery will die. I think it was maybe last week or I'll check. Maybe last week or but it's not the 25th. It's after the wedding. After the wedding.
Donc après mariage na bango na oyebisa bino batatembe bazakosola na video oyo laissé go na Kevin Kassé baosolola. Kevin Kassé alaki boxer.
I asked him, what are you going to do with that money? Because I was on my way to Sentin. I told him that I'm going to buy Desi something, like I was going to buy like Christmas clothes or something like that. So I was on my way to Sentin, going to Zara. When I was there, I saw a withdrawal from the account. I asked him, why did you take all of the money? Because you know that I'm going to shop for Desi. And he said, oh, I need it. I'm going to use it for something.
Donc mbongo atindaki ntango laissé go acomprendre kaka ya bali ake aretire 6 000 rand wana atunaki d'abord mbongo osana oni abi onenge nasomela dasi bilamba babonane bafeta ya festivité ya fin d'année yango ezoya nde atuni bongo retire mpwani oyo naosala yango eloko mosusu nde naoyebisa bino naa na video oyo laissé go na Kevin Kassé après mariage na solaki baosolola a moitié ni naa nango nazali na baconversation na bango oyo bazobenga na bébé chéri et tu me manques naza nango wana après mariage donc ntongo naotala video naso naobituna ndeti na video ntongo osola boye ACSA sikoyo azalaki wapi ACSA azalaki wapi donc otika tebe ngaso naobituna alingi nani aokosa nani parce que soki akosaki ye pesanga bilo ya matoi nasomela mwana nga vendere nazwi bilo ya matoi wana kapesi lisekola mwana bomona ye azoba bilo ya matoi olati eza yanga ayesanga azoki kopesa mwana ye wana keki nazo atindele 10 000 rand nazo atindele 6 000 rand nazo atindele ko 5 000 rand mais booloba pourkoi bakabwana nayo ya blondi no mokolo se respecte yo na kati ya video oprie na lesego mais aucun aki no komolo oméconnaître c'est pas bien en tout cas vous devez changer.
When did he pay you? I think he took the money.
He paid me on the 25th.
Oh, okay. He took the money after.
No, he paid me on the 24th. Sorry, it was the 24th.
24.
Yeah, but for me, he took it on the